Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, jblader, and it's been like a year since I've streamed. Isn't that fun? How the year just goes by? It's been crazy. It's been a crazy year. So yeah, I haven't really done any streaming, but we're back to do a little streaming today. So thank you guys for being here. And I've been playing on this Minecraft world almost a year now. I think I started it right at like the end of when I quit streaming in January of last year. So it's been, you know, like 11 months. So we're going to do a little server tour. And if you're watching after it's live, hey, thanks for watching. We're going to have a good time and do a little server tour. And if you want to hop in and chat and say something, say hi, please feel free to. Would love to talk to you guys. Let me make sure I got everything set up. It's been so long since I've streamed. It feels very bizarre for sure. And I've also been playing Lego, like the survival Lego Fortnite stuff has been really fun. So I've been playing that a lot, which is a little different. But anyway, we're going to do a server tour, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start. We're over at my storage system now, which we're gonna not show right off the bat. Now, there's not like a lot of stuff spread out on this world, which is kind of good. Most of the stuff is kind of close, but I'm gonna kind of go in the order, I think, of how I made it. This is the Nether Hub, which is a work in progress. And let's go ahead and head towards let's just go to spawn. That's where we're going to start. Everyone starts in a world at spawn, right? It's the beginning of the world. So we'll go ahead and head over there and start. As you see, we got a lot of stuff set up over here at our spawn. Let's do a little fly around. And I've also marked out the spawn chunks using iron blocks. You'll see we got an iron farm going all the time, to the point where I just throw away iron now. Waiting for those auto crafters to come in. We can start crafting the iron blocks automatically would be nice. So what we got here in the spawn chunks is 4 villager iron farms. Each one of these is an iron farm. You'll see there it's producing iron. And then this iron is going to be spit out. This is nothing crazy. You guys have, I'm sure, have seen this before. Of course, they're going to be annoying, aren't they? Should be a bed right over here. Let me check. There is. We did all this stuff in survival. When I say we, it's like me and a few other friends have been playing. Anyway, the iron gets collected, it gets spit out, and it goes down these little tubes here. If we sit here long enough, we'll see the tubes. The tubes actually activate these lights as well. They flicker whenever iron goes through here. Oh, just saw some iron go through. We saw these lights flicker. We got a beacon here in the middle. The iron falls down here, and then there's just like an ice water stream going around here. I mean, the amount of iron we get from this thing is absolutely crazy. Because we built it in spawn chunks, it runs 24/7, 365. I don't even think I have these hoppers connected on the back. Yeah, I don't. I just don't have these connected. So, like, so much iron that I think is just either flowing around the system or it's just despawning. If we go over here, you'll see the map where we have, this is the little area we're in now. And you can see where we're at right now. And the items just kind of come from these iron farms here. We got some pixel art there. My friend Hoover did this. So we got some pixel art there. I think I want to do pixel art in this giant flat area. I did this just to make room to do some big projects later. And then I just haven't really done anything yet. But yeah, really cool kind of area here. We just have it lit up and decorated. The iron farm there. Hopefully you guys get a good view of everything. We'll do another flyover. So this is the spawn chunks, which is nothing really crazy. Over here is where I get most of my ice. It's just kind of an ice farm. Very, very simple. I have to sneeze. Hold on. All right, I think I muted myself. So anyway, we'll go ahead and head to my base, which is the first thing I kind of built here. Came back later and put in this bridge, because this bridge obviously wasn't here until really recently, because I wanted a way for people to be connected if they join the server from the spawn chunk to my base. And this giant dome-like thing over here is my base. It is still a work in progress. As you see, what I've been doing this year is I take a lot of breaks. I'll go for a few months and not really play, or I'll play a different game and come back to it. And you'll see that I am very much still like a work in progress with a lot of this stuff. But it has been a fun kind of like project to come back to every once in a while. So this is it. We got I'll do a fly around here. We got a circle around the top here, which is going to end up being kind of like this over here. You'll see I like added a nature ring kind of. So we're going to have like a nature ring going around the outside. And then inside here we have kind of a half dome thing going on with some more nature and then some buildings in the middle. The first building I built was this starter house right here. And when I started, it was just a starter house on a hill. I built this with one of my friends, and we used it. You know, this is where the first enchanting on the world was kind of done, where this is the first mine shaft on the world. Once we built this, I started putting in these kind of walkways. So I added these walkways here. I've been here for like a year now almost. And then the second thing we built was this aquarium, which I think has turned out really cool. Still one of my favorite builds on here. We got all the fish and the coral. So here's a map of where we started. This is where it started. We had just this house. We had this aquarium and the storage building I'm going to show you next. And I just put a big circle around it on the ground. And now this is where we're at today, where we have these buildings and this wildlife circle going around and the bridge over here. So that'll give you an idea of kind of a little smidget in time. This aquarium, I think, is really cool, but it's also functional. Downstairs, we have a villager trading hall. These guys are my zombified villagers. This is how I get a lot of my XP, even to this day. You'll see I have just a bunch of chests over here with stuff where I can go over here and, like, I've been flying already, right? My elytras need repair. I can go over here and do some pumpkins and melon trades and stuff like that. Get a ton of it back. And it is great for XP. So if we look here, we should, yeah, all fully repaired. We're good to fly a little bit more. This is a command block that teleports us out to a quad witch hut, which is like 1,000,000 blocks away. I'm not going to do anything with this because we haven't even used this on the server. It was just to save us from building. We were looking for a quad witch farm, and there wasn't one until like literally 1,000,000 blocks away. So I set up a little teleporter here. Not going to be using that though. But I have most of the enchants in the game, and most of these chests have stuff for these guys in it below. Down here, this is how I was making the zombified villagers. I've got a zombie back there doing all that work. We can close that. Oh, that's going to annoy me. Oh. Well, it's just going to be like that for a little bit. This is where the villagers come down. You may have not even noticed, but upstairs we have this room here, right? In this room we have a villager breeder. It's currently off, but we just have a farm villager breeder. I usually build these on every world just because they're so easy to build. You just get like this 9x9. You just make a hole with some glass for some villagers to drop through. You put beds in there. They'll make more villagers, and it's pretty efficient. It is like low tech. It is not technical at all. But it works really great. You'll see we got minecarts to move villagers around in here. More villagers. In here, this is where I do this iron trade a lot now. It's actually a great trade. We got some tools. Over here we got my axolotls collection. This is one of the first things I did on this world because they had just kind of added axolotls when we started playing on this update. This is how I get a lot of my redstone. So we got clerics here. Over here we got some stonemasons. This is how I get a lot of my brick. If you ever see me building in brick, this is how I get it usually. And then up there we have a ton more clerics. The reason why is I do a lot of redstone projects, and when you're doing large-scale redstone projects, it's too slow to mine for. So you can get a lot more redstone more quickly just by trading with these guys. Then this may seem empty because I haven't AFK'd over here in a long time, but we do have some auto farms being fed in here. I'll show you the back end of this. So this entire circle is built over a plains biome. I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. You can see I've been mining down here and clearing it out, but this is what it did look like. It was just a plains biome that I put dirt over with jack-o'-lanterns. So that was the initial circle that I did. Over here, you'll see that I've just got an item sorter, and I've got items being fed in here. The items are being fed in here from, this is like the melon and pumpkin farm. You'll see it's going to actually go to work right now. It's going to shoot up some carrots, some melons, some pumpkins. Actually just realized items are clumping there. There's always something, isn't it? Let's see. What's the easiest way to fix this? Easiest way to fix this would be to just change that to a full block. Let's see what I got on me. Let's see. Redstone box 1 might have stuff in it. Yeah, this is fine. There's always something in a Minecraft world that is currently broken or needs tweaking. It's just the state of Minecraft. Okay, I gotta do this fast. Okay, I did not do that fast at all. I think it's fine though. We'll go up there and check on that in a minute and make sure that that's still functioning. But I should need to remove 1 block, but it'll be fine. Anyhow's it. This is the how items get fed in here, and we got an automatic villager farm that's feeding in these carrots and potatoes and stuff. Yeah, I do have to remove a block up there. Well, we'll head up there right now, so it's no problem. But I actually needed to farm a lot of stone to do a lot of the stuff I need to do, as you can imagine. So I do farm a lot of my stone down here. I just come out here and kind of mine out this circle. So that's how I get a lot of stone. Remnants of an early sheep farm here. Let's go ahead and head back up. And I'm going to run over and fix this before I forget. You wonder how I got all this stone? It's just a lot of placing stone in different areas, mining it from underneath, then placing it back. We just need to remove 1 block right here. And it should now work. Oh. Oh, the ice melted. Huh. I did not foresee this being a problem. This technically works, even though it looks really weird. So we're just going to leave it as it is, because it works. For right now. I might come back and fix it later. But it works. So let's take another little fly around here. You'll see that I kind of have this village going on, and then I'm covering up a lot of my farms with buildings. This is one that is a work in progress, and this is my villager farm that is just kind of farming carrots, wheat to bread, and potatoes. All these items just get shoved down here when they get collected. This is a really simple farm. They just throw it all at the villager in the center. They get shot down here, and then this water stream connects with the water stream we were just at a minute ago. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Yeah, this is the building still I'm working on. This one houses the pumpkin and melon farm. If we look in here, this is just a simple observer and piston pumpkin and melon farm, and I've just covered it up with a building because I think it looks really nice. We got beacons here. I think I have beacon beams turned off currently just because they're a little distracting. I have some of them on. But yeah, looks great. This is where I've been getting all my sugarcane for most of the season so far. Very, very cool place here. The next thing I built was this building here, which is, it simply just houses my storage system, or my early storage. I still actually use this for a lot of stuff. So if we come in here, there may still be remnants of stuff in here, because I still do use this from time to time. When I'm over here, I'll come in and grab items. So there is stuff in here that honestly should be moved at some point, probably to the computer storage system. But for now, I just leave it over here, and I come over here and grab it when I need it. And speaking of that, let me open up. I've been playing so much of the Lego Fortnite Survival that I'm like forgetting my Minecraft controls, because I've been playing that for like a week straight. But that game made me so angry that I'm probably not going to open it again, and which is another story. We'll get to that one when we're done here and we're working on something else. Alrighty. Well, so this was my first like base. Spent a lot of time, you know, in here, whether it's AFK or grabbing items or whatever it may be. So really great base. Still use this place. Over here we just have a really simple kind of auto furnace that produces a ton of items for me, and I still use this thing like on a Minecraft daily kind of basis. We feed in a ton of items. Should be a coal mine cart coming back. There it is. Yep, so this one we just feed coal in. Over here we just feed the items we want to smelt, send it off. And I also use this thing for XP to repair my tools. I can lock these furnaces and it gives me some XP. So I do that as well. Let's see, what's the next thing that I want to show off? I think the next thing to show off is my hostile mob farm, where I get all of my gunpowder. This was the first farm that I built. Oh, let me do a fly around. You'll see, and you'll get a better idea of the look of the server. So like, yeah, obviously this was a hostile mob farm attempt at one point that I broke. But this is kind of what the underneath of this circle in here looks like. So it gives you an idea of the terrain. Over here is the village where I stole my first villagers. You can see I still have the stairs from the minecart. That's how we got the village started. And then over here is my hostile mob farm. I still use this thing. I AFK over here probably like once a month. Or if I'm just not doing anything on the server, I'll just come over. I'll pop over here and AFK. Although don't really need as much resources at this point in the game, but we got the hostile mobs that fall down here. And then I just have the items get brought up over here. And you'll see we got just an item sorter here with all the items in the game that I would kind of need sorted. There's some items going around there. So really simple, but definitely gets the job done. Produces tons of resources I need, mostly gunpowder for rockets. That's like that big thing that you need in this part of the game. So if you look here on the ground, you'll actually see that we're kind of we're going to be replicating this pattern here on the ground, or it's not a pattern. I guess this map is just the overworld map. Here are the four portals at my circle base, and over here is the spawn where that bridge is. So the bridge comes over here and goes here. This is very much still also a work in progress, but it's been a really fun project as well. The next thing I built was a witch farm, so we're gonna go check that out. And it is this way. Now, I don't actually, like, even have a boat on me. So, we're just gonna... Gotta remember my controls again. We're just gonna fly over there. But, I have a few farms that we're gonna check out in this direction. This is just a pretty standard early game-ish nether kind of tunnel. You can see there is another kind of unfinished project. This is a... Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. I'll have to deal with that later. This is a mushroom island that I set up on, and I was doing a lot of my mining over here, and I was goofing around earlier this year with TNT dupers. So I had set up a ton of TNT dupers in this area, and was just kind of fooling around with those. And then once I had kind of made a bunch of ore visible, I was coming down here and doing a lot of mining early in the game, getting iron and stuff like that. So It's kind of fun goofing with TNT dupers because I had not really done that very much. And this is also where I get a lot of my packed and blue ice if I need it. There's a bunch of like icebergs around here surrounding this entire biome. So that's what this portal's for. At one point I was over here a lot doing a lot of mining, but at this point I don't use this place very often, so not super exciting. But the next thing I set up was I was like, I need glowstone and redstone, so I set up a witch farm. Although this witch farm is not hyper efficient, it was enough to get me through like some mid-game kind of item creep that I needed stuff for. So let's go ahead and head in here, and I'll show you this place. This place is not very fancy, so do not be super surprised. But we got a AFK block here, and then all of the items that get sorted kind of go in here. Some of these are going to be bottles and glowstone, which I come over here and get all the time if I ever AFK over here. But I haven't AFK'd over here in months. But yeah, just a simple single witch farm. Not a whole lot of spawn proofing or anything done, so the efficiency is questionable at best. But, you know, it works, and it got me a lot of redstone in the mid-game. So that was the main redstone and glowstone that is in the mid-game. It was something that I didn't at the time want to trade emerald trade for. Now I just emerald trade for all that stuff, which is honestly a lot more faster and more efficient than just AFKing forever. So let's head back to the Nether Hub. We are actually definitely like halfway done with the tour by this point. A lot of this year I was playing other games, which means I wasn't playing constantly on Minecraft. This year I played a lot of Star Rail. I played Inscription again. I played didn't the new Pokemon game come out this year? I was playing that, I believe. Did Sword and Shield come out this year? Is that end of last year? I can't remember. Could have been end of last year. I was playing League of Legends here and there. I was playing a few Steam kind of indie games here or there. I was doing a lot of projects outside of video gaming, so a lot of creative projects. Got into like model cars, working on music projects. So I was doing a lot of just kind of bits and bobs this year. All right, let's see. What's the next thing I want to show you guys? Down here we have the end portal that goes to an Enderman farm, which is just a run-of-the-mill Enderman farm. So I'm not going to show it. It goes to my friend Josh's base when he plays on here, but he hasn't played on here in a long time. And it also goes to a random fortress that I no longer go to because I don't... It's basically the closest fortress besides that one that we flew past. I don't go there because I have a wither skeleton farm, which we're going to show off in a little bit. It is actually... We could show that off now. Let's see. I also have some random portals around here with some codes written down for like jungle and mesa biomes in case I need specific resources. Down this way is a desert. It's just a desert like 1,000 blocks away that I get all my sand from. So we're going to hit pause on that one and not show that. Let's go ahead and head back to spawn and go on because this is how I get to the roof of the nether. There's just one block missing there. It's so irritating. Well, let's go to the top of the nether, and then once we're on the top of the nether, I'm going to show you two of the farms that I use the most that are on top of the nether. They are of course nether farms. One is zombified piglin, and then barter trade system, and then a wither skeleton farm. Both of these I use quite regularly. If you'll notice, I think I have a lot of beacon beams turned off, but I have a ton of beacons, and even in my storage area later you're gonna see I'm using beacons as decoration. I have like so many beacons at this point that it doesn't really matter. So I use them as decorations, and this is how I get them. Let's head over to my wither skeleton farm. It is just over this way. Now this is a design that I discovered recently that works for like 1.20, or 1.19, 1.20. And in my opinion, it completely revolutionizes the wither skeleton farming game. Because if you guys remember how brutal it used to be to farm these, and you had to like take an entire area and use piston pushers and button an entire area, or you know, spawn proof an entire area. It was so obnoxious. This thing is amazing. I'm gonna get it working first, and then we will I'll show you how it works. I'll show you the mechanics of it. But this is it. This is how I get a lot of my coal. This is how I get all my bones, and of course this is how I get all my wither skeleton skulls. We just get a looting 3 sword, and I just got a simple item sorter here and a little item thrower outer to throw out all the items I don't want. And with these portals sinking in the overworld with a portal below us, wither skeletons are going to be pushed through this portal, and because of this stone wall they're going to be pushed through, they're going to come out here, and we're going to be able to kill them and get all of their drops. So if we wait about another 20 seconds, we will see. Yep, there it is. They're going to start rolling through. Now this thing is insanely fast, and is also a great source of XP. So if you're wondering how I have 120 levels and I like basically always have hundreds of levels on me, this is how. I'm at the point in the game where I don't need levels. So if I'm not doing anything in the game, or if, you know, I'm like, oh, I gotta run to the store, I'll just come over here and do this for a little bit sometimes, especially if I need XP for something. And this is how we get all of our wither skeletons. I'm gonna hop to spectator, so camera mode real quick, and I'll show you how this place works. If we head down here, you'll see that there's a spawning platform. The way it works is we're using spawning spheres to basically force mobs to only spawn in this specific area. The blaze are going to despawn. The zombified piglins are going to, piglins are going to run to these corners and despawn. Basically, items or mobs in the corners despawn. So they're going to go to the corners. Wither skeletons are going to spawn here in the center. Blazes and wither skeletons are going to go into this portal because they're aggroed at this iron golem, and then this portal goes in the overworld, links up to this portal. So in the overworld I just have like a portal next to another portal. They push each other through. That's all it does. And then once they push each other through, they come here. So let's go back to survival. That's how it works. Amazing design. I'm sorry I don't remember the author or the creator of this design right off the top of my head, but if you look up best like wither skeleton farms for 120, I know you'll see this, and I highly recommend building this as like one of your first farms because it's insanely easy to build. The only trick or caveat to this design is that you have to build it in a Soul Sand Valley Nether Fortress, which is why it's so far away. You know, it's like 1,000 blocks away in the Nether roof, and you have to be able to get on top of the Nether roof, which isn't that hard. You just need an Ender Pearl. So I think it's pretty manageable. Definitely one of the first farms that I'm going to be building on all of my worlds, just because it's so stinking easy. Iron Golem, a few stacks of blocks, and then the ability to make portals. That's it. That's all you need. And you can start raining in the wither skeleton skulls, and the XP and stuff is great. The bones and the coal are always great as well. If we head over here, we're going to have my zombified piglin farm. This thing works exactly the same way. There's a spawning area beneath. They're going to be sinking into portals. They're aggroing to something that's forcing them through portals. They're being pushed in portals in the overworld. And then they're going to be coming in here, and we can just stand here and kill them. So this is kind of a slight modification of a design that you can also see online. This thing is like not the fastest, but for the amount of time it takes to build, it is insanely fast. It's to the point where I have to have 2 item sorters on each side just to match the demand of items that can come through from the zombified piglins. So we're going to wait another 20 seconds. What we're waiting on is down below. They're spawning. They're running into the nether portal. And then in the overworld, they're pushing each other through another nether portal. That takes about 18 seconds. So that's what we're waiting for in order for this thing to get started. But once they start flowing, it is going to continue flowing steadily the entire time we're here. We're just going to be able to sit here and see them constantly spawn and constantly run through, and it avoids a lot of mob cap issues because we're sending them through the nether to the overworld and then back again. So again, how I get a ton of my XP is using something like this. If we go over here, you'll see we got some item sorters. All the items come down here. And then over here, we got a really simple piglin trading farm. There's just dispensers behind them that throw out gold ingots on a timer. It's getting ready to go off. It goes off, throws out the ingots. They throw out the items. This is the etho clock, the timer, and then this is how I load the system with gold. Come back here, you'll probably see there's some gold in here. Yeah, we got some gold in there right now. So this thing just kind of passively works while we're over here. Our gold nuggets are going to go in here. This is how I get gold to trade with. You'll also see I have gold in here, like ready to trade almost at any time. And then the piglin trading, we get a ton of great stuff. Look at this. Nether brick, quartz, iron, arrows, blackstone, obsidian, soul sand, gravel. You know, like I need gravel all the time, so we're going to actually take some of this gravel with us. I use concrete, so I need gravel like all the time. We're going to be getting potions. We're going to be getting soul speed boots, which is amazing. And then just a lot of other like odds and ends as well, like these ender pearls, stuff like that. So really, really, really great farm. That is another one that you can build if you're not worried about it looking pretty, or you're not worried about you just got to watch spawning spots. But if you're not worried about stuff like that. And we're going to be able to eventually connect this with auto crafters to auto craft the gold, so that this thing is just 100% fully connected. And I'm at the point in the game where gold's not really valuable. Like, I don't really need blocks of gold. However, the stuff that the piglins drop is so valuable that I use that all the time. So anyway, that is the zombified piglin farm. Let's head on back over. The last thing that I have to show off is I'll show off my friend Hoover's house, because he does play on here and has been a big help at kind of like playing. He kind of plays Minecraft like I play Minecraft, which I don't see every day. Like, he wants to build big projects and stuff like that, and he's a good builder. So let's head over to his house. I'll just show it off, and then we'll get to the storage system, which is the most recent thing that I've kind of completed. Wait, this portal goes to the top of the nether? I actually didn't know that. Okay, I found a shortcut. I don't know why that sinks. This is going to take me beneath the nether, right? Yeah, okay. The more you know. Okie dokie. Yeah, so still needs more sand to finish in the glass over here. Gotta finish this, and I'm gonna mine out a lot of this area so we can appreciate the map. But yeah, this map is just a map of the area without any of the buildings on it, which I think is kind of fun. Over here across the river, we got Hoover's house, so we'll go check this out real quick. This is it. This is Hoover's house. This was the house he built when he started playing. He hopped on just a few months ago. So he hopped on to the server a little bit later. But he has a nice house that I think is worth taking a tour in. Actually, I don't even know what he's got. What does he got? He has a lot of, like, actually good stuff, too. The elytras. I think we've kind of combined a lot of our items in the main storage system, which I'm going to show here in a minute. But yeah, he has a fun house. So let's go ahead and fly over to the main storage system. And the reason the main storage system is here and not my base is because I don't want to lag the server. But so much. So yes, we are coming into view. If you guys know me, you know I love my big storage system. So what we have here is a giant storage system. It has 4 wings. Each wing sorts, let's see, a lot of items, 100 something. Let's hop down here. All right, each wing sorts 9 times 3, so that's 27. 27 times 3, which is like 70, over 75, 79 or something like that, 80. And then it's doubled, so that's like 160 items each wing sorts. So we sort a ton of the items in the game. We have different varieties of amounts of sorting. We're at 3 double chests, 2, and then 1. Again, each wing sorting like a ton of items. So this is a really fun way to sort our items. You'll see here I got lecterns with kind of like what items are being sorted into each section. So if I'm ever like, where is like the wool items? Oh yeah, they're down here. I also kind of put a lot of thought into how I wanted these to sort. Like redstone items, nether items are down here. You know, all the colored blocks, all the dyes, they're down here. All the wood, all the main building blocks, they're down here, you know. And then over here we have bulk item sorters with shulker boxes. So we have shulker box loaders here. Shulker box loaders with shulker boxes beneath them. And then they get spit out into these. So you'll see here we got tons of like netherrack. And we even have empty ones here just in case we want to start bulk sorting other items. For example, if we want to put other farms in this area, we'll be able to auto connect them. Let's take a step out here. But really this farm is just an insane amount of water streams. That's how we're sorting most of the items. And so it's just item movement with water streams. That's like 90% of the farm is, you know, the Impulse SV kind of item sorter with water streams pushing the items. And yes, it takes a lot of time to figure out stuff like this. But I have a tutorial for stuff like this on my channel. So if you are curious how to build something like this, then check out those videos on my channel, because it's not that crazy. So you'll see now where we're at in comparison to my base over there. So we can put some items in the system, and I'll show you how it works. This is the input. There's an input chest up there on the top layer. If we put in some items here, we also have a shulker box unloader right here. That's what this is, and this is a shulker box loader. I don't know if you can hear the Pokemon song we got going on here, but I've got a little clock here and a device that when items are going around the system, we got a little Pokemon song that plays here, just on a loop. Very fun. So yeah, this is how I know that items are being sorted. I think that's the tough part of doing a item sorter like this, is that if items are being sorted or going around, you don't really want to leave the system. It can mess up the sorter. So I have a little song that plays when items are being sorted. Sorry, it's probably confusing because I'm also listening to music in another tab, or I have background music on in another tab, but yeah, that's how this thing works. You'll see the items go around the top layer, then they'll fall down to the second layer, so on and so forth. Bunches of item sorters. So this was a massive build that... What are you doing? This is a massive build that my friend Hoover helped me with, and we kind of combined a lot of our items to make this happen. And it's been really cool. It's very much been a fun and worthwhile project. Ori, what are you doing? Oh, I stepped on the pressure plate for the... I was like, I didn't put anything in the system. But yeah, it's been a great project. Let's see, can I make this jump? No. It's okay. I also have... So I have 2 item feeds. I have one down here on the bottom floor we can feed items into. And then I have one on the top floor. So we've looked at the bottom floor. This is the bottom floor. And then here in the middle, we'll go to the top floor. This is the main control panel right here. We have all the items that can't be sorted. We have some more item sorters up here for like miscellaneous items that you just typically don't get a lot of, or you're not going to want to sort very often, like raw gold. You just typically aren't going to have more than a few stacks of that. Sea pickles, stuff like that. Over here, this is where I spend a lot of my time now. So I have like shulker boxes, ender pearls, random odds and ends, you know, brewing stands, Got my beacons as decorations. I got a bunch of random shulker boxes over here right now. Because again, this is where I spend a lot of my time now. We got all the coral blocks. You can see items going around here. And then these are just empty for the new items that are going to be coming out in the next update, or items that I haven't sorted yet. Items that don't get sorted, they go here currently. So these are some of the items that are skipping the sorting, like their items are going too fast. So I can feed them back in if I need to. Or the items that maybe I have way too much of, like these. I'm not going to waste shulker boxes on this. This would be 6 shulker boxes. I don't have a shulker box farm yet, or I don't have like unlimited shulker boxes. So kind of doing some bulk sorting over here. And then this wing currently is just empty, but we're going to be setting up some more bulk storage over there eventually for stuff like the nether rack and whatnot. If I ever need it. Don't know if I'm ever going to need it on this world. But this is like one of the first worlds that I've been kind of playing late game in a really long time. I have a tendency to play on a world for a while and then kind of get over it and shift to something else or start another world. This is a world that I've been playing on now for almost a year, if not a year. Yeah, not quite a year, 11 months. And it is just been really rewarding playing on here. So I hope that I can keep working on here for a little bit longer and keep kind of making stuff, because it's been very fun. Down here we have soul soil, by the way. This is how I'm moving so fast. I have shift sneak as well, but yeah, we can move pretty fast with the speed and with the soul sand and with soul speed on my boots, which is nice. The most recent thing that I've done is I've been working on the nether hub, and to make that happen, I needed a cactus farm for green dye. So we got a giant cactus farm here. You can see over there is where I collect a lot of my wood. And we're going to be putting a building around this place eventually that is going to marvel the Colosseum over here. So we're at that point in the game where I can just kind of focus on building cool stuff, which is always a really fun part of the Minecraft kind of experience. I believe that is the entire world that you guys kind of need to see. There's a few other odds and ends, like, hey, this is the desert that has a portal to it that I mine my sand in. But I think that's all the exciting things that is worth showing off today. All these projects are very much still work in progress, but that's what I really like about Minecraft, is that I can, you know, put down the game for a while and come back and pick it up again and start off making something cool once again. So anyway, guys, that's where we're going to end this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're getting super close to the holiday, season. If you're celebrating Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. We're getting close to Christmas, which I celebrate, which is exciting. And then, of course, the new year always could bring new things, and always, it's like we should live every day as if it's the new year. Every day is an opportunity to do something to set new goals, to better ourselves, to do things we want to do. But I usually take that time to reflect, and I take it very personally and try to take some time to figure out what I want to do, which is why a lot of times I'll set goals for that new year. And I'll typically keep them going for a while. Sometimes I stop, sometimes I don't. It just depends. This year I wanted to do more creative things. I did that. I did painting for 3 months. Had a lot of fun with that. I was like doing art commissions. I wanted to do model cars and like Legos and stuff, like step away from the computer and do creative projects. I did that this year, and also did more writing and drawing, which I wanted to do. So, even though like my professional kind of career was not enjoyable this year, my creative career outside of work was great. So I'm happy about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to ever know more about me, or if you have any questions or anything, please put them in the comment section below. I would love to read comments from you guys and to chat. and hopefully I can do more streams in the future. If you want more streams like this, please, like, let me know. It's work. It is work to stream. But if I know that there's people that are going to be enjoying it, I don't mind doing a little bit of work. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later, guys.